Carolina Panthers full 7-round mock draft 2023 edition. Let's get straight into this thing. The Carolina Panthers hold the 9th spot in the first round, and this team needs a quarterback in the worst way. Since Cam Newton, this team has not found a consistent play caller, and they have suffered because of it. They rolled the dice with Teddy Bridgewater. It didn't work out. They went the Sam Darnold route. It still didn't work out. Then they went to Baker Mayfield. We all know how they ended up. They ended up firing Matt Rule. Steve Wilkes became the interim head coach. They got some things to turn around with Sam Darnold. PJ Walker started a couple games in there, but Sam Darnold was in there as well. And he looked fairly good until the last game of the season. And Sam Darnold is still not going to be a franchise guy for this team. This team needs a franchise guy. In my opinion, I believe they'll bring back Sam Darnold for one more year, or they'll bring in a veteran. And with the 9th overall pick, I have the Carolina Panthers selecting Anthony Richardson, quarterback from Florida. I understand a lot of people are talking about Will Levis with this team, that they've been scouting him out. I believe it's a smokescreen. I understand that Frank Reich doesn't want to sit up here and try to have a quarterback develop mid-season, but he's not going to start this season. Anthony Richardson is not supposed to be a guy that's going to come out day one and be a starter for you. He has the highest upside in this class. This guy is a freak athlete playing the quarterback position. He's an amazing playmaker. Do not let the numbers fool you. 17 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. You may say, hey, that is bad, but he is electrifying when you watch him on the field. You can say it's a bit of a reach, but this team is getting a franchise quarterback for the future. And if you can develop him underneath Frank Reich, and we've seen him be, quote unquote, the quarterback whisperer, good play caller at times, good coordinator, I believe he can develop Anthony Richardson into being the top tier guy. And this is a mock draft to where I don't have the Carolina Panthers trading up or down. So if they trade up, obviously they may go with a CJ Stroud. They stay in a nice spot. You're getting a steal in Anthony Richardson, in my opinion. I'm higher on him than most people, but I believe he can be a cornerstone franchise player, like how Cam Newton was for this team for years to come. With the 39th overall pick, I have the Carolina Panthers going on the defensive side this time. Derek Hall, edge rusher from Auburn. Linebacker with his hand in the dirt, is an excellent pass rusher that this team desperately needs. Hassan Reddick left this team and he left a huge mark. He went to the Eagles and he put in a lot of work. The Carolina Panthers have Derek Brown. They have Byron Burns and Frankie Louvu, who are all good at getting the quarterback, but they need to add an extra piece in there. The defense was better when they had Hassan Reddick on the field, and they lost me in free agency. You can get a guy like Derek Hall, who had a tremendous season, 11 quarterback hits, 8 sacks, 28 quarterback hurries, 47 total pressures on the season. He is a guy that you're going to have to sub in and out of the game because he does get winded at times. But as the season progressed, he got better with the cardio and better with the conditioning. He's not a guy that's going to be a consistent pass rusher for you over and over again, because he can drop back in coverage and give you some plays as well. That's the thing with him. He's a very versatile linebacker. But ultimately, you want him on the edge, and he can generate a lot of pressure. And I believe he would do extremely well alongside with guys like Byron Burns and Derek Brown up the middle, and Frankie Louvu on the opposite side as well. With the 60th overall pick, I have the Carolina Panthers selecting Jonathan Mingo, wide receiver from Ole Miss. Maybe asking yourself, why are they going wide receiver? T. Marshall, he looked really good the season progressed. Shi Smith as well. Those are still not guys that have reached their potential just yet, and they need an extra boost. Jonathan Mingo can give you that. Excellent deep ball wide receiver, good with the hands of short intermediate routes, can take a 5 to 10 yard gain and take it to up the field for 30 to 40 yards. He's an excellent playmaker, and you can get him the ball in space and give him some tunnel screens as well. And he will feast with single coverage, with DJ Moore getting the majority of the roll coverage towards his way. He would be an excellent fit with this team. He could play in the slot and outside the slot as well. And on the season, he had 48 catches for 808 yards and 5 touchdowns, 17 yards a catch. He is a burner going down the field. He can create the space with the route running and with the speed as a whole. And he has a big frame on him as well, being 6'2", 226 pounds. And he is a sleeper of a run blocker as well. He isn't over the top of run blocking, but he can do just enough to get the ground and pound going. Speaking of run blocking, D'Onta Foreman may lead the Carolina Panthers in the offseason. They may not extend him. They may just let him go. Him and Chuba Hubbard were the ultimate 1-2 punch. That's why with the 92nd overall pick, just in case D'Onta Foreman does leave, and he has dealt with injuries in the past, he tore his Achilles, having them selecting Tank Bisbee, running back from Auburn, 6 foot, 213 pounds, nasty physical runner. And he doesn't have that many miles on his body. They didn't run him like that in college, but when they did, he was electric. 5.5 yards a carry. He's a tough physical runner that can bounce the that can bounce big plays outside the line of scrimmage and also to inside the line of scrimmage. Is a bit impatient at times. He would just try to run over everybody and just try to do it all on his own. But when he's slow and when he's being more patient, he can kick into the second gear. That is when it shows the most. He only had 976 rushing yards and rushing touchdowns in the season, but like I say, he didn't get those high carries like other running backs in this class, like a Bijan Robinson. But he is still extremely good in the physical settings and can also be an excellent goal line running back for you as well. But he can carry an offense on his back, has excellent ball security, and is very good at the next level of breaking tackles. With the 113th overall pick out of the Carolina Panthers selecting Sam Laporta, tight end from Iowa. This team needs a receiving tight end. Tommy Tremble, Ian Thomas, those guys are not those top tier receiving tight ends. You need to get a guy in there to help out your quarterback, that give him a safety option at the tight end position, especially in the red zone. That's what Sam Laporta can do. 53 catches, 592 yards, 1 touchdown in the season. They didn't throw it to him that much this season in the red zone, but we've seen in the past that he can get a lot of touchdowns in the red zone. He's not a guy that you want out there on blocking situations. That's the one knock in his game, and that's why I have him slipping so far in the draft. He's not a guy that's going to go out there and block like a George Kittle or block like a prime time Rob Gronkowski. He's more of a guy that's going to go out there, create yards for himself, create some things after the catch, and just give you a boost. And you can use him a lot of play action bootleg settings. He's an excellent route runner, and he's very good going down the middle of the field, especially those seam routes. And getting a guy like this would make any quarterback's life easier, and you could always develop the run blocking and the pass blocking as well. The 130th overall pick, I have them going depth right here with an interior lineman from NC State and Grant Gibson, standing at 6'1", 310 pounds, 639 snaps in the season. He allowed 3 quarterback hurries, no quarterback hits, and only 2 sacks. He'll be great depth behind Bradley Bosman, the center position. He also can play some left guard and some right guard for you as well. This is one of those situations you break the glass and one of you guys get hurt. He can come in. He'll give you extremely good snaps. Like I said, the pass blocking is there. It just needs to be tightened up a little bit, but the run blocking is borderline perfect right now. Has no penalties on the season. Is a very good, solid player. Reason why he's flying under the radar: he's undersized, 6'1". That is very small for a guy that likes to play interior lineman. And you have seen it at NC State at times before. They'll flip guys around and switch them around. But he was a consistent mainstay at center this year, and he played extremely well. And if the Carolina Panthers can get this with just depth, things would be extremely good with this team. With the 145th overall pick and the last pick for the Carolina Panthers in this draft, have them going with Ali Gay. Defensive lineman that can come in and give you extreme work out of LSU. 18 total pressures, 12 quarterback hurries, 4 quarterback hits, 2 sacks in the season. The thing is with Ali Gay, he's a guy that's going to go out there and stop the run. And he'll be good depth behind the defensive linemen that they already have, and got guys like Matt Ioannidis and Derek Brown and also Byron Burns. He can play any position of the defensive line. A very versatile piece to have this late in the draft. You're looking for major upside guys that can come in and just make an impact immediately. He's not going to do that as much in the pass rushing game, but when it comes to run stopping, he will do that, and he has an excellent quick first step. So let me know in the comment section how you feel about the Carolina Panthers mock draft. What do you think this team will do in the NFL draft? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, we want each and every last one, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.